All right, so welcome to today's yoga. Like I was just saying, depending on how you set yourself up, you will probably want to have your camera or your video feed on your left side because we will be working on the front and the back of our mats, doing one really long flow today for our standing sequence. We're going to be moving in slower pace if we can today, focusing on breath, working through a little warrior series for some strength and balance. So let's get started on our backs. If you don't have any water, you may want some. Just remembering you can take water at any time. I will give you some cues, but like I said, we've got one long sequence. So if you need to grab water in between, that's totally fine. Just gonna start here. I was just outside and it's a hot day. So I'm gonna let my thoughts focus on those deep breaths, letting my body calm down, relax, engaging in that Ujjayi breath, that inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And as we exhale, we're constricting the back of the throat, creating that ocean-like sound, that just focus on slow, deep breaths here. It will help get you through our slower, more holding the pose practice today. Letting your thoughts float on by. Letting your body melt. Just give your head a little shake no here on the mat. Just rolling out the neck just a little bit. And let's come to stillness. I'm just going to pull both knees into my mat. Give myself, or into my chest, a little hug here. And as I exhale, I'm going to let the knees fall to the side, but I'm just going to hold the shins just below the knees. It's okay if your feet want to head towards the ground. We're fighting that gravity and that stretch today. Two more breaths just like this, remember. We're all about holding poses today. Focusing on that breath, that strength, and the balance. So inhale, bring the knees together, hug them back in, tuck the knees to the forehead, release the feet to the ground. As I inhale, I'm going to lift my right arm up overhead. I'm just going to roll onto my right body so I can press myself up just in a nice little tabletop position here. Just use this as a little transition. So take a nice deep breath here. Flatten out the back, and as you exhale, we're going to curl the toes, lift the hips to your first downward dog. Just going to walk out the dog here. If you want, you can use your opposite foot, give yourself a little calf massage. This is our first dog. So really play with it. Make it yours. When you're ready, we're going to find stillness and just check out your fingers. Make sure they're spread nice and wide. Maybe soften the knees here if your hamstrings are really tight like mine are. I'm really going to press my body away from the ground with those hands. We're actually going to warm up doing our flows, our Surya Namaskar, our A's, and then some B's to help build that fire within. But remember, every move is a breath. So let's focus on that breath for this first little part. You're going to modify the first one unless you feel ready to go. Feel free to do a full flow. Here we go. As we inhale, come towards plank, drop the knees. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows are tight. Inhale, just lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, drop yourself. Push yourself back through tabletop, and then we're going to curl the toes under, downward facing dog. All right, so you can always feel free to modify. Otherwise, we're going to do two more full flows. You can go at your own breath pace. We're going to hold our dog for a few breaths in between. Yes, building some fire, warming up the body, but focusing on keeping that heart rate slow and steady. Here we go. Inhale towards plank. Exhale down chaturanga. Inhaling, pressing up dog, cobra. Exhale, flip it over, that down dog. I did my training in Ashtanga. Traditionally, you hold everything for 5 slow breaths. Fortunately, we've got a 40-minute practice, so not everything will be that slow, but set your intention that that's how you can hold it if you need to. One more breath here. Good. Come with me when you're ready. Next flow. Inhale towards plank. Exhale halfway down chaturanga. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhaling downward facing dog. Whew, if your triceps are as sore as mine from yesterday's workout, that's okay. Modify if you need to. Nice big deep breaths here. Roll the heels towards the ground as we focus on trying to keep those legs nice and straight. Bring the neck in line with the spine. One more breath here. Let's flow again. Inhale towards plank. Exhale chaturanga. Pressing up dog or cobra. Lift that chin. Relax those shoulders as we exhale. Down dog. Those are our Surya Namaskara A's. The B's are just gonna add that warrior one. It's quick. We'll do the first one slow, and the second one we'll do to breath pace. So just listen to my cues. We've done these before. One more big breath here. So we're gonna just do a normal flow first. Here we go. Inhale towards plank. Exhale, lower down. Pressing up dog or cobra. Exhaling down dog. Here's the change. Step the right foot forward. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, come down, step it back. Down dog. Just modifying this one here. Good. Inhale towards plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step it through, warrior one. Coming all the way up. Exhale, come down. Step it back, downward dog. All right, that was the slower version. We're gonna add the full thing in, some more flows. I was just resting my triceps here. So this is where it's key to have that slow breath, to be able to inhale, come up to warrior one, exhale back down. So just find your breath here, slow it down. All right, listen to, here's the change up here. Let's do a full Surya Namaskar beat, just one on each side. Here we go. Inhale towards plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pressing up dog or cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, step it back, lower down chaturanga. Inhaling, pressing up dog or cobra. Exhale. Hold the down dog. It is very quick. Remember, my cues are just suggestions. You go at your own breath pace. 2 more deep, slow breaths here. Promise there's not too many flows today, because we got one big sequence. Last breath. All right, let's start our flow. Here we go. Inhale towards plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale as you press up dog or cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, press up dog or cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Hold your dog. Engage the quads, squeeze those kneecaps up. Helps release the hamstrings. Hug those biceps into the ears. Keep those shoulders strong. 2 more breaths.
last one. All right, trying to keep your hands flat on the ground for as long as you can and legs straight as you can. We're gonna walk our feet to our hands. So we're gonna do those little hip shrugs up and then bend your knees when you have to. So we get in a kind of stooped, bent leg, forward fold here. You can rest your torso on your knees if you have to. Good, straighten the legs. Here, the fingers can come off now, just let the head go. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold over. Soft knees as we inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms come together, exhale through heart center. All right, let's grab a drink. Because hopefully that warmed you up just a little bit. Then we're gonna meet back in mountain, our Tadasana. Choose, you can have your big toes meeting or hip width apart. Today, I'll leave it up to you. Palms facing forward, shoulders relaxed. We're gonna close our eyes. This is one of the easier balance poses, but it is still a balance pose. Rooting down through your toes, your heels. With these eyes closed, you may notice you're swaying. Suck that core and engage it just a little bit to help stabilize. Just breathe here. Good, one more breath. Let's open those eyes. If you've got your big toes together, just separate them so your feet are shoulder width apart. We're gonna inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Slow your breath down here as we exhale, fold forward. We're gonna do a few of these. Inhale, halfway lift. Try putting a little more weight in your toes. Exhale, fold forward. 2 more as you inhale. Pull those shoulders down. Exhale. Last one, nice big inhale. And exhale. We're gonna plant our hands, so bend your knees as much as you have to. We're gonna hop or step back to plank, you can choose. All right, nice little plank, hands below the shoulders, core is tight. Exhale, downward dog. All right, this is our long flow, so just take it at your own pace. I want you to internally focus on that breath. Here we go, let's inhale, lift the right leg up, bend the knee, and open up the hip, tail of the dog. So the right knee goes right to the sky. My right foot goes towards the glute. Allow yourself to twist over just a little bit here. Right through the torso. Still pressing evenly through both hands. One more breath here. And as you inhale, knee to chin, hanging plank. Exhale. Inhale, let's step the right foot forward. Come up, warrior one. Back foot pivots 45 degrees. If you find you're in a really long stance, you can hop that back leg forward, or if you're in a really short stance, open it up. Make sure our hips are twisted forward, palms are facing each other, shoulders are relaxed, core is nice and tight. Remember, this is our slow holding poses today, so just focus on the Ujjayi breath. Relaxing the shoulders. Maybe lunging a little deeper if you can. One more breath just like this. I'm going to clasp my hands behind, making sure the palms come together, pinch the shoulder blades together. Nice big inhale here. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the hands down. One more inhale, lengthen the spine. Engage the core. As we exhale, humble warrior, fold forward in front of that right leg. So right shoulder almost to right knee. As I lift my hands up off the back. Letting the head hang, but the core is still tight. Our goal is not to rest the body on the thigh. Try to keep the palms together. Pull the arms up, almost like you're trying to get them overhead. 2 more breaths. Last one. Inhale, flatten out the back, hands come to lower back. Exhale, step up, just legs into warrior 1. I'm gonna lift the back left heel, keeping the arms where they are here. I'm gonna hop my back foot forward as we go into a nice warrior 3 and start tilting my torso forward. Lifting the back leg, nice T position. You can leave your hands here, by your side with palms facing down. Prayer. Maybe extend. Pick your option. It's okay if you fall out, need to adjust. Good, 1 more breath here. I'm gonna drop the back, left toes, lunge position. Let's open up warrior 2. Back foot pivots 90 degrees, arms come out. T position, gaze comes to left, fingertips. If you need to just straighten that leg for a second, you can straighten it, give it some more oxygen. Then come back to your warrior 2. Nice strong arms. Just sink a little deeper here. Maybe focus on pressing the outside edge with that left foot into the mat. Ignore the burning of the quad. Tell it it's okay. You can do this. Last breath. Good. Let's drop the left arm. Maybe bring it behind, reverse forward. Flip the right palm, trace it across the sky, reaching up and over. Again, straighten that leg if you need it. Otherwise, stay here. It's just a little momentary straighten. Pulling that right shoulder back in its socket. Bringing the gaze to the fingers. Last breath. Come back. Warrior 2 just for 1 breath. Hands to the hips, straighten the front leg. Turn the right toes to face the left side. So this is where I did recommend you have the camera on the left because we will be flipping to the other side. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, come halfway down, palms face each other. Just hold this for 2 breaths. Relax the shoulders, core is tight. Soften the knees if you have to. Just give me 1 last inhale here. And then fold over, let the hands come to the ground. If they can't, just walk your feet a little wider until they do. Letting the head hang. A nice wide-legged forward fold here. Focus on keeping the legs straight. Putting a little more pressure into the balls of the feet. Maybe walking the hands forward like a wide-legged downward dog. Now bringing the neck in line with the spine. Good. 1 more breath. Let's walk our hands back through center. And inhale, halfway lift, hands to the hip, flat back. Exhale, come up. And I'm going to step to the back of my mat, so I'm facing the back of my mat. Okay? A little interlude here before we do the other side. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. You're going to clasp the fingers, but release the index finger. I'm just going to turn to face you. Relax the shoulders, core is tight. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, let's pull our hands over to the right. Good, inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands go to the left. You can do a few of these. You can go at your own breath pace, always inhaling to come up. Exhaling. laterally bending. One more each side here. Last one. Inhaling back up to center. Just gonna turn so we're all facing the top of the mat. Exhale, folding over. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back, plank position, option to flow or downward dog here. Just hold the plank for a second. One more big inhale. As you exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhaling, pressing up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. All right, so your left leg knows what's coming. Mentally prepare for that quad work. But when you're ready, little inhale, lift the left leg up, tail of the dog, bend the left knee, foot to glute, opening up that hip. Make sure that right heel and toe stay front to back alignment. And I invite you to do a little torso twist today here. Really stretch out that side body. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Your next inhale, hanging plank, knee to chin. Inhale, plant the left foot, pivot up the right, warrior one on the left. Turn the hips, palms face each other. Make sure we got this little hip tuck here. Back leg is straight. Lunge a little deeper. Keep that core tight. Good. Let's clasp the hands behind our back. Palms come together. Nice big inhale here. Lengthen out. Exhale. Pull the hands down. One more big inhale here. And as you exhale, humble that warrior, bowing in front of that left leg, lifting the hands up off the back. Letting the head hang with a nice tight core. Pressing the outside edge of that right foot into the mat as we breathe slow and deep here. Pulling those hands maybe a little farther forward if you can. Last breath here. As you inhale, halfway lift, flatten that back. Exhale, come to standing. Warrior one, legs, hands come down. Now lift the right heel up just for a nice little lunge. Then a step that right foot forward, or maybe your left foot back if you're tight on space like me. Nice tight core, warrior three. Start to hinge my body forward as I lift that back right leg up. And you can leave your hands here, airplane mode, prayer position. But make sure we're not opening up those hips. We want to tuck, internally rotate that right hip. Find that balance. If you fall out, that's okay. Balance is practice and work. Last breath here. Just drop the right toes. Drop the heel, just a little breath here. Lunge into left knee, warrior one legs. Then let's open the arms up, pivot the back foot 90 degrees, warrior two. Arms are a nice T, reaching away from each other. Lunging nice and deep. Still into the left leg. Gaze comes to the left middle fingers. Now Remember, you can always straighten that leg for a second and then lunge back into it if you need a break. Slow that breath pace down. Find that Ujjayi breath. One more breath just like this. And we're going to reverse our warrior. Right hand this time comes to leg or behind you, palm facing up. Flip the left palm and trace it across the sky as you inhale. Exhale, reach up and over. Sink deeper. Gaze comes to those left middle fingers. Shoulder relaxes and pulls back into that socket. That's it. Core is still tight. If you've lost that lunge, find it again. Just give me one last breath here. When you're ready, let's inhale back, warrior two, just for transitional breath. Hands to hips, straighten the leg. Just lift the left toes up 45 degrees. Lift the right heel, pull it in 45 degrees. Arms come to cactus. As we exhale, sink down almost sumo squat style into goddess here. So make sure we're pulling those legs out and away from each other. Knees go over toes. Sink a little deeper here. Butt's not going out. Tuck it in, straight down. One more big breath here. Inhale, straighten the legs, step it to the front of your mat. Let's grab a quick drink before we move on. All right, this class has flown by. We're going to do one more balance pose. It is going to be our tree pose, so I'll just face you. You can face me as well, although it is great to focus on something that is not moving. So when you're ready, you can come to the top of your mat or facing the camera if you want. Standing up nice and tall, let's just start Tadasana. Palms face forward, shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to soften my left knee, and I'm going to come up on the toes on my right foot. Just bring the inside of my foot to my ankle, opening up the hip. Just take a little breath here. When you're ready, start slowly using your leg muscles, pulling that foot up. If you need to, pull the foot above the knee. You want to make sure that there's no pressure on the knee, so you're either above or below the joint. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to prayer. Pressing that foot into that inner thigh. Try to stand up nice and tall. Keeping that core engaged. Pressing through every little tip of your toes into the mat. Remembering if you fall out, just come back and join us. You can stay here, or if you'd like to move on, you can extend your tree. And if you'd like to go even harder, we can dance our tree. So dancing your tree can be anything, any kind of arm movement, as long as it's slow and controlled. I like to just wave my hands, pretending I'm in the wind. Like I said, focus on something that's not moving, so hopefully you don't have somebody else in there doing the dancing as well. Ryan's waving at me. So I'll bring our hands back to heart center. Inhale, pull the knee forward. Exhale, release the foot. Give that left leg a little shake out for all its important balance. Release the hands back down to Tadasana pose. Just take one big breath here. Still focusing on that Ujjayi breath. Do the same thing here, so soften the right knee. I'm gonna inhale, lift up onto the tipped toes of my left foot. I'm gonna externally rotate the legs so the sole of the foot comes to the ankle. And as you inhale again, you can slowly start pulling that foot up. Start using your muscles, but if you need to use your hand a little bit to get past the knee joint, then please do so. You want, you can bring your hands to prayer. Just, it's okay if one side's stronger than the other. It could be today. It could be one side is stronger. Don't judge. Remember, this is a practice. We're here to try and get stronger, more flexible, more centered, more grounded. You're ready, and you'd like to, you can extend that tree. I like to spread my fingers nice and wide, getting there each little branch. Then obviously, if you'd like to go even deeper, keeping that core tight, you can start moving the arms, dancing with your tree. Up to you. Shoulders are relaxed either way. Let's bring our hands to prayer. Inhale, pull the knee forward. Exhale, release it down. Alright, we're all going to want to be at the top of our mat. We're almost done, class. Standing nice and tall, we're going to do a float to the ground to finish our practice here. As we inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's just step it back to plank. Another big inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Inhale, just lift the chin, lift the chest. And I'm just going to slide my arms out so my elbows are below the shoulders here for a little quick sphinx. Lift the chin, release the glutes. Lift that chin as high as you can to stretch out the front of the body. Making sure you feel your sagging in those shoulders. Press up. Nice and tall. Good. I'm going to slide my hands back under my arms and bring my forehead to the mat. We're going to do a quick little bow here before we meet into Shavasana. I'm going to inhale, just lift my chin up. I'm going to kick both my feet in towards my glutes. And I'm going to just grab my ankles here. You can only grab your toes. That's fine. Keeping the knees in line here. Inhale, just lift the chin up just a little bit more. And as I exhale, I'm going to start to press my ankles or my feet into my hands. So I lift the thighs up off the ground, making sure the knee stay in line with the socket, not splitting apart. 2 more breaths here. Take it slower though. Last breath. Good. Let yourself calmly, relaxedly come back to the mat. Release the ankles. Just take a breath here. Forehead or nose or chin to the mat. I'm going to just choose a side. And I'm going to roll through onto my back. Let's just actually start by planting the soles of my feet on the mat. Let's just do a little windshield wiper here. Palms by the side. Just to release any tension in the back or the hips. Moving them side to side at your own pace. That's it. Good. We're going to come to stillness. Just let the knees fall in towards each other here. Closing your eyes at this point, palms facing up. Don't worry, we'll get our regular Shavasana on shortly. Find your last few Ujjayi breaths here. Nice, deep, slow, full breaths. So you let your feet walk or creep down. Just straight legs, letting the ankles go, letting the shoulders go. Just letting yourself relax bit by bit. As you inhale, take a full deep breath. As you exhale, tell your feet to relax. Taking another big inhale. Clean, pure air. Exhale. Tell your legs to just relax. Let the hips fall open. Inhaling. And as you exhale, let your spine, core, torso just release, softening into the mat. Take another inhale here, letting your mind clear. As you exhale, let your shoulders maybe get their last wiggle and then relax into the mat. Take another big inhale here, enjoying the breath. And as you exhale, let your arms, your fingers, whole upper body just melt and be however is comfortable for it. Taking a nice big, your deepest inhale here yet. Focus on completely expanding your lungs. And as you exhale, letting the neck and head go. Do one more big breath here. That Ujjayi breath. And as you exhale, let all facial expressions go. Notice if you're holding tension in that jaw. Then I invite you to come back to your normal breath here in this completely relaxed state. Letting everything just be natural and relaxed. And it's okay if some thoughts come into your mind. If they do and they start holding your attention, just bring your thought back to your breathing. I find it very relaxing to tell myself inhale and exhale. That rhythmic thought helps lull us into a deeper sense of relaxation, along with the physical breath, letting us melt, connecting us to the earth. And I want to end the practice on a little light note. Not that we're ever not light. I want you to have a positive thought leaving here. I want you to hold on to something that you find joyful in summer. Whether it's the sunshine, your garden, the pool time, the barbecues. Think of that joyful thought and hold that memory in your mind. Just even let some memories of previous experiences flood through you. Please bring a little smile to your face today. That's okay. I encourage a nice little smile here. Letting this brighten your day as you go through whatever you've got to do today. As always, if you've got more time, I encourage you to stay here in Shavasana longer. Otherwise, if you've got other places to be, you can inhale, lift the left arm up overhead. We're going to roll onto that left side. You're going to press yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position. I always choose my knees, but you can sit cross-legged, legs out. It doesn't matter. No matter where you are in Shavasana or some kind of seated position, find yourself with a nice long spine. Eyes still closed or downcasted. Shoulders and body are relaxed. We're all going to bring our hands to prayer position, heart center. Just take a deep breath here to yourself, honoring yourself for this practice, finding your inner warrior today, finding that warrior strength in those quads needed to hold you up, in our legs and our ankles, the strength needed there for supporting our balance positions. And even though sometimes we don't feel it, we got to remind ourselves we are strong, even when we're not in our warriors in yoga. Throughout the day, find that joy that makes you brighter and lighter, making you a stronger person. So thank you for sharing in this practice with me and your fellow yogis. Enlighten me to lighten you. Namaste. So please move slowly and gently when you're done. Grab some more water. We had quite a long series, and if your place is a little warm, you may need some extra water if you sweated just a little bit. Otherwise, have a great day, and I hope you guys feel a little more light, strong, and joyful.